Okay, I'm going to show some pictures and then Dad will explain them.
Okay,
So,
I'll try.
okay, here goes. All right, now I'm going to go here to. Um, all right, so let's start with this one. Oh, God. All right, what is this?
Oh,
What is this?
well, that's the
Close.
guy who is talking. This is Erich,
Yeah, this is Eric right here.
held by Carl Isaac, by his grandfather, at some early age before
Yeah, you have to be louder.
this
Louder.
series is going to be filmed. Now this is the cemetery, and these are cemetery stones that survived the Nazi period and World War II. And there is, as you can see, one of his is the stone for Carl Isaac, and the other is the one on the left is Carl Isaac, and on top of it you see a shofar because he was a shofar blower in the Waldheim synagogue. His wife Rosa is next to it, and she is buried. She died about 7 or 8 years before him.
Okay, so now let's close that one. And let's look at this. What is that?
That is that wonderful event where, that's in quotation marks, the wonderful event when Hindenburg, the president of the German state after World War, had become after the Weimar Republic and so on, and he has become the head of the state, is now stepping on the soil of Mainz, coming across from the other bank of the Rhine, celebrating the liberation of the Rhineland from the period of the French occupation. Well, this is really from the same paper. The paper was the illustrated wine wine newspaper, which dealt mainly with the wine trade in the Rhineland. And it was a special edition.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking.
It was a special edition for the liberation they put out, Befreiung period, and it shows the French troops ready to march off back to France from Mainz, and of course they are standing there in front in parade form in front of the old Grand Ducal Palace.
Okay, what is that?
That is one of the postcards, which as you can see on the bottom one, the back side, the top side shows a view of Mainz with some kind of poet supposedly appropriate to the liberation side. But the bottom will show a newspaper, it says Befreiungskarte, liberation postcard. From that period of, I think it was, whenever it was, 1930,
Yeah.
I guess.
So Carl sent it to you. Carl sent it to you.
Yeah, what is the postcard? Was sent by Carl, by my grandfather, as a commemoration of that liberation. To me, I was a child then. Very.
What is this?
This is a sales contract. Now, Opa, as a special deal, a gift to my father, which means Opa Karl Isaac, to my father Otto Isaac, transferred fields to him, lands to him, so that it would be his property now.
Okay.
There must be a date on it. I don't really see I don't see too well.
1923.
Okay. It's
1923.
1923 that he did that.
This Paint 3D was a mistake. Okay, here you are.
That's Papa Otto in a car, which he got from or bought from Alex Abraham, his brother-in-law, who had driven it for quite a while, and decided that it was beyond his honor or his proper appearance to customers to show up in such an old car, and undoubtedly got himself a much better one. But note that the wheels seem to be the old-fashioned full rubber wheels.
Yeah.
No internal.
No air. No air. No inner tube. No inner tube. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
At least most of them.
Oh, that was part of the car that came along with the car.
That was the cart, which that picture of the car on that was mailed by Papa to Hilde, who was a very young child, and said, "But this is just to, your celebration of your birthday. Sometimes when you grow up, you will see the kind of car your father drove." Let's see, which one is this? Oh yeah, well, this is an item that appeared in the Israelite about the death of Emma Meyer, which was the sister of Rosa.
Yeah.
Rosa Meyer, who became the wife of Opa Karl,
Okay.
of my grandfather Karl. And she died in 1938, which is
Wow.
extraordinary longevity,
Yeah.
and invalid time. The point is, she was never married, and her entire life was devoted to her sister and brother-in-law, and she took care of Karl
Yeah.
for a few years in his last life. Took care of his sickness too.
Yeah.
It was an extraordinary achievement.
Uh-huh.
Now that was not unusual that one unmarried sister would.
We'll do that. Yeah.
It's the same function that Beck fulfilled for Mummy's parents.
Here's another.
Now, oh yes, and below is a note indicating that out of the Wallertime Jewish community, 6 Jews became in the military, promoted to the equivalent of sergeant, Unteroffizier, which was not easy in the German army
Yeah.
pre-World War One,
Right.
with a name like Isaac.
Right. Here's the.
Now, this was an extraordinary item about celebrating the 25th year of functioning as pastor of the Catholic community, and he says that Pfarrer means pastor, Weisel, in Wallertime and Gaubickelheim, who got greatly honored by everybody, but among other things, actually by the Jews. And he wrote as follows, or he announced as follows, that especially joy is caused to him by the personal as well as written participation of the Jewish community and its members. I see in this recognition an extraordinary part of my activity. My dear Jewish co-citizen are distinguished by their outstanding traits in their character, that it would be a major injustice to eject them from the life of the nation as undesirable elements. They have, as well as others, given their sons to the fatherland, and not few of them fell on the field of honor.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And it would be, anti-Semitism would be a plant that in the German fatherland, wherever it should grow, it should be eradicated as a poisonous plant.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we'll close that. This is,
That's Oma,
yeah.
our grandmother, Rosa.
Right. Carl's wife.
I don't know at what age. I mean,
Yeah.
there are other pictures of her, but that's definitely what she.
Okay. This is
Yeah, that's a peculiar sort of a history of the Jews of Wallertime, which begins with, at the time my uncle Emil was in charge of the community as at that Wallertime, as well as Arnsheim and Gaubickelheim, which were attached to it because little villages nearby. It mentions two of the people that fell in World War One, Alfred Baum as well as Bertolt Isaac, who was a cousin of my father, or nephew of Karl. The history is that the Jews were there towards the end of the 17th century. The family in Wallertime came about, what is it? I can't read this well, but about
1690.
from Spain via Burgundy and Alsace and settled in Wallertime. They were originally called Manellos, but during the Jewish period, the French occupation period, they changed the name to Man. Another family in Wallertime, Isaac, obviously, to conclude from their name, are also of Sephardic descent. I am not sure that this is actually correct. At the middle of the 19th century, they had about 70 people and so on. It only discusses how this community declined in the course of 20th century by out-migration, and at the end were only about 18 families left. Most of them, of the older generation, my sons and daughters, generally migrated away. It's fine. It ends it by saying that Wallertime originally belonged to the Duke of Leiningen, whatever, as a patronium, whatever it is. That's it. I mean, it lacks some information.
Yeah, this is Oberulm.
What is this?
Oberulm?
I can't see.
Yeah, all right, let me get bigger.
Oberulm, yeah. Well,
it's family Abraham.
that is basically Hilda, my cousin, the daughter of Hannah, Isaac, my father's sister, that was she was where they lived. The overall Abrahams are, are quite old family in this area, in that area. Oh, that was Papa meeting Tante Hannah in Denver. It
Okay.
was a famous trip that he took. It was sufficiently of interest for the Rocky Mountain News
Yeah.
that his two people, one were immigrated to Israel, the other one to the United States, for 30 years had not seen each other.
Yeah.
And here, it also was a great event for Papa as well as Hannah. Oh, that's the Kiryat Shaul cemetery in Tel Aviv, where my parents are buried, as well as my grandparents from my mother's side. Isaac is Otto and Lily, and their Hebrew name is indicated on that thing, and biblical sentences are of quite appropriately at the bottom of each stone. The Flangers are buried next to them. In fact, I should reverse this. They are buried next to the Flangers because they were buried earlier. So Amalia is the one on the right,
Mm-hmm.
and Bertolt is the one on the left, and their Hebrew names underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought the cemetery lots jointly.
I see.
And it's they are very nice stones.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well, so
that's some of the facts.
all right. So,
If you're not really bored by it, we shall provide you some future ones also.
right.